25th of March 2025, Tuesday, Crazy Market Talk with Kel. Right, guys, I'm here to share with you a lot of information and let's begin. But before that, a self-disclaimer apply as usual. Yeah, thank you very much. So let's go to the market right now and see what we have to offer for today. Okay, let's look at the market right now. This is the Dow Jones, and I know that many of you guys are saying, Kel, is your KSI spoiled? Because from the day here itself until now, Kel, the market has went up, right, from 40,668 all the way down to 42,500. So there's like 2,000 points. Then why is the KSI red? Why is the KCX blue? Now remember, guys, my indicator is based on price action, based on movements, right? It doesn't follow the market. That means that if the market is going up itself, right, but if the boy's indication is telling you to selling, then it will stay sell. That's the point. So the thing is this, to me, is very simple. If the market is supposed to come down, we sell, right? But if the market wants to go up, we just follow the buy. So yesterday we bought the market despite that, KSI was red, KCX was blue. I just buy, but the quantity that I purchase is much lesser than the usual because the market overall, in my opinion, the sentiment is still down. So I will still buy, but I'll play it safe. Good idea? Okay. Now for today, it's very interesting. Now today, the opening price is 42,580, right? And it's actually below pivot 2 at 42,786. Hence, therefore, by right, if the market stays below OP, it'll be a classic sell signal. And on top of that, because the KSI is red, KCX is blue, then naturally the market will come down. But the only thing is this, the market has now recovered above the MA30, if you remember that, okay? So the thing is right now, the MA30 is actually supporting the market. Remember, when the market was cascading downwards itself, right, the MA30 was on top. So that's why the market came down very easily. Now the MA30 now is actually below. That means that there will be buying sentiment. The robots will kick in to buy. So the selling will take some time. But as long as you follow the rule, do your risk management, everything is good. Because overall itself, you have still the MA200 that is still trading at the top side, okay? So for today itself, right, the downside I'm looking at is 42,154. Now, one thing to note is that because now everybody is all waiting for 2nd April where the tariffs comes in and Donald Trump now is trying to smoothen down the current concern at the moment. But again, I say again, just follow the OP rule, you should be fine. Now, the downside is 42,154. The upside itself will be back to pivot 2 at 42,786. Okay, that is for the Dow Jones. Now, let's look at the S&P 500 now. Now, S&P 500, as you can see, is a very different story altogether. S&P, the KSI is green, KCX is blue. So you can see that from here, if you start to buy, better. So of course you say, hey, Kel, then who should be buying the S&P? But I say, guys, you follow whatever is in front of you. If your charts say buy and things are going well, just go for it, okay? Now for today, the same thing. The opening price is 57.65, but it's actually below pivot 2 at 57.95. So because of that, there will be, again, the same thing exactly. The upside will be this number for today. The downside can be as low as, okay, for the MLP level at 5728. Now the MA30 is even higher than MLP, so that will basically give a very strong support reason right now. So unless we have a clean break below 57.48, which is the MA30, if not right, the market going up itself is highly good chance, okay? And S&P contain both the technology shares itself and the so-called the regular general shares. So that's why the NASDAQ actually has the one that's pushing up the S&P. So you can see the NASDAQ for today is very clear that it's moving up very nicely with the KSI all the way green. And interestingly itself, right, today the pivot also has the same thing for the NASDAQ at 20298. And if the market goes below OP, which is at 20164, then the selling will bring it down to about the MLP level. But again, because the MA is so close to the current level now, it's really supporting the NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ do break below 20141, then the selling will really, really kick in. So traders, you need to watch out for this. But again, with the KSI green, I think that the quantity they're going to sell, please go small, okay? All right, let's look at the gold market. Now, gold yesterday pulled back and we already suspected that to happen. Okay, so let's take a look at gold. Now, gold has been trending up very nicely. Everything was good, but now it's coming down, right? Okay, so to follow the cue. If the market is below OP, we just stick to the sell side. Okay, so now today for gold, I believe that if the market stays above the opening price at 3011, we should be able to see that this number 3021, okay? I believe that. All right, as long as the market stay above 3011, 3021 is very, very possible. But of course, if the market do break down below OP, then the MLP will kick in. The market may pull back down to 2990. Now, do note the last low here, okay, is 2999, okay? So which means that if the market want to pull, it may trigger that 2999 just to trigger stop loss, okay? So with the KSI green, KCX black, I feel that the market upside potential is higher. So I'm going to quote myself on this, 3021 will likely be my target for today, okay? All right, so that is the gold market. Let's look at something else. Let's look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, I already given you the cue to buy, and I told you guys because now we have the yellow bar transition with the KSI green, KCX black, so Bitcoin is going up. So Bitcoin at the moment now is trading below the 88,000 opening price. As long as the market stays below 88,000, today don't buy first, yeah? If the Bitcoin do break 88,000, then yes, it will be going for this number. I suspect it'll be at 90,000 very easily, okay? Now, today's support is at 86,414, so watch out for that. All right, let's do some currency now. Now, currency market is something interesting you can see from the dollar yen. I told you guys the dollar yen will break 150, and it really happened. Now, why did I do that? Because I know that the price was coming down this way, but the KSI was green, KCX was black, so therefore, I know that the dollar yen will break the 150 mark. And truth be told, it actually happened. Congratulations to those who followed through, yeah? Okay, so for the dollar yen now, what are we looking at? Well, basically now the dollar has covered the KCB too. So I suspect that the most we'll see is 151.35.5. Okay, but I do note is because now Donald Trump is trying to lower down the tariff concern, and that's why the dollar is now going up. But again, let's just say this, if let's say he do consider implement this and yet the market may pull back. So 150.668 is the opening price. As long as it stays above it, my Q is still pivot 1. But if the market fails to stay above OP, then the market going back down to 150.38 is very high. Okay, all right. And let's want to be crude oil, right? I think a lot of crude oil. Okay, where's my crude oil? Hold on a minute. I think I didn't put it in. Just give me a second. Okay, there we go. Now, crude oil, I given the Q2 back there, remember, to buy into crude oil. I said that crude oil will be going higher in the near term because of inflation. And truth be told, you can see crude oil has the diamond at the bottom. So we draw the line over here. And that's why yesterday was a buy on crude oil. Very simple. And crude oil now should be heading towards this number, which is at, in my opinion, that will be about, so let me just try to refresh the chart a little bit. Okay, at 69.87. So 69.87, I think that will be a cue for me to take some profit on the crude oil. Then we'll see how it goes, all right? It may be a touch and go factor here itself, all right? So watch out for this, because we do have some news about Middle East trying to solve their current issue right now. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and may you make more money from the market. Bye-bye.